Virginia catching a
signals, get yourself some power.
Bolla Wines of Italy. Open up.
It's another big day at Illinois. Another day where dedication and dreams come together. Another day where hard work is rewarded by tasting the cup of victory. This is Illinois.
Now let's give a big Illinois welcome to our newest graduates.
Illinois, where academics come first.
From KYW3, this is an Eyewitness News weather alert.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ren Scott at the KYW Eyewitness News Studios at 5th and Market. We will get you back to your coverage of basketball in just a moment, but first we want to bring you the very latest on this big winter storm that continues to grip our area. And let's get the very latest from John Stalen. He is live in the Weather Center. John?
Ren, it looks like things are getting a little better for us. I'm not ruling out a little bit more flurry activity and some snow activity. Take a look at the latest radar. You can see things are breaking up for us just a tad bit out there. And basically the storm is still moving up to the north right now. That, of course, is the good news. Still seeing a little wraparound and some flurry activities redeveloping as this pushes off to the north. And what does that mean? It means a few more inches of snow, mainly to the north and to the east, some flurries into the city and the surrounding counties as well. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and that looks like to last a little bit longer as well. 6 to 10 inches officially on the ground where the purple is. 8 inches in the city recorded. 15 plus inches north and east of Trenton, and just a little bit, 3 to 8 inches down the shore. The 8 inches would be to the central part of the shoreline there. Of course, we'll expect a little bit more flurries back in the Allentown and Poconos. A winter storm warning still in effect. Lehigh Valley, southeastern Pennsylvania, and central Jersey for this afternoon. Light snows continue 1 to 3 inches. It's going to be strong and gusty winds later on in the day, so it will blow this snow around a little bit. Also, just want to let you know that the cold weather is going to stick around for the remainder of this week, and that means that the snow will stay on the ground unless it's shoveled off. Otherwise, it'll be in piles and mounds. With the cold temperatures, snow can't melt. So this snow, and it's going to be white for a long time. We'll talk more about your weather forecast in a half hour. Back to you, Ren.
Now let's get the latest on the roads, and Ann Evans is in the KYW Traffic Center. Ann?
Thanks, Ren. Snow-covered roadways still causing reduced speeds. Watch out for icy and slick overpasses. Plow salt trucks out all along the roads. Lots of minor accidents in most local townships declaring snow emergencies. Now, it's starting to snow a little harder in the area, which means visibility is down a bit. As you can tell from this live action shot, this is the Schuylkill to Vine Street Expressway. Schuylkill at the top of your screen. You can hardly see the two roadways because visibility is just so poor. So take your time. And despite the visibility problems, despite the snow-covered roadways, traffic isn't too bad. A lot of folks heeded the warning and did stay home. Traffic isn't too bad on the Schuylkill or the Vine Street Expressway. Moving now to I-95. Traffic in both directions moving okay. People picking up a little bit of speed. About a half hour ago, they were crawling on this particular highway, and this particular stretch of highway had a lot of problems. Since then, it has improved. So there is some improvement is what I'm trying to say, but you still have to use a lot of caution on the area highways. Be careful. That is the latest from the KYW Traffic Center. Now, Ren, back to you.
Thank you, Ann. There is some improvement, but as Ann said, the roads are still slick. And even though few people have ventured out, we do have some accidents to talk about. Here's one of them. This is Washington Township, New Jersey, coming up at Lambs Road and Bethel Mill. There it is. We have a four-wheeler that sustained some serious damage when it skidded out of control and smashed into a mail truck. The driver was taken to JFK Hospital in Washington Township with a concussion. The letter carrier, we are happy to report, was not hurt. The accident is being cleared right now. Now, what's going on at the boardwalk down near Atlantic City? Let's check in with venerable Eyewitness News reporter Dick Sheeran. He's live with the latest. Dick?
Venerable indeed. Actually, here at the shore, things are really winding down. This curtain is dropping. In fact, the sun is trying to peek through here right over the ocean. The shore really missed the big one. We got between maybe 4 and 6 inches down here from Atlantic City on south. We did very well. The boardwalk's been plowed. Even the rolling chairs are coming back out. More people are coming back out on the boardwalk. They're working on the side streets here in Atlantic City and other shore communities. We're in pretty good shape. On a scale of 10, I would say we're around 7.5. Of course, the streets could freeze over a little bit later on tonight, so you have to be careful. There it is. A snowman on the beach. That kind of sums it up from here. Ren, we'll go back to you.
All right, Dick, thanks very much. And as Dick said, it is tapering off down at the shore, but as you can see behind me, the snow is still coming down in Center City, and we have reports of a steady snow still going on in Bucks County. We will keep you posted throughout the afternoon. For now, let's send you back to the basketball game. Stay warm, stay safe, stay dry. Good night, everyone.
This has been an Eyewitness News Weather Alert.
Before we send you out for the second half, we remind you that Honda supports female collegiate athletes throughout each year. The Honda Awards program culminates in June with the presentation of the Honda Broderick Cup to the top female athlete. Thanks, everyone, for watching at the half. Beth Mowens and Heather Cox return with the second half of Illinois and Auburn right after this message and a word from your local station.
I need a car.
Shopping for a used car will never be the same.
No, a convertible. A red one. With under 15,000 miles.
Welcome to Autotrader.com. With 1.5 million used cars updated daily, it's the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
You couldn't help me with a loan, could you? Can we help you?
Autotrader.com. Your car is waiting.
Watch all the games of the first 3 rounds in their entirety as DirecTV supplements CBS's coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship.
While you're watching the game, we're watching the world. CBS News.
Diamonds, the gift that lasts forever. The Jewelry Factory in Norristown imports all their diamonds direct. They carry thousands of diamonds, most with GIA or EGL certs, and all at guaranteed lowest prices. 1-carat solitaires start at $5.99. The Jewelry Factory makes all their jewelry in their state-of-the-art factory and has hundreds of rings, bracelets, earrings, and invisible settings. Only the Jewelry Factory in Norristown guarantees all their jewelry to appraise for at least double, that's right, double the purchase price. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Factory in Norristown.
20,000 vehicles, 14 days, one event. Your Quality Plus Ford dealers year-end clearance with huge savings on a great selection of built Ford tough trucks like 2001 Ford F-Series, the best-selling truck on the planet. Now get up to $1,000 cash back on the rugged F-Series. That's right, big clearance cash back as high as $1,000 on 2001 Ford F-Series. 20,000 vehicles, 14 days, one event. Year-end clearance. Now at your Quality Plus Ford dealers.
Survivors on the next Hollywood Squares. This CBS Sports Women's Basketball Classic is presented by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Selsun Blue Shampoo to help keep your dandruff from sending the wrong signals. And by Mountain Dew. Take a bite out of life, then wash it down with a dew.
Welcome back to Auburn, Alabama. A surprise as the Fighting Illini lead the 14th-ranked Tigers 32-21. Beth Mullins and Heather Cox here at Beardy's Memorial Coliseum. And really surprised at the defense, Heather, that Illinois has been able to play their best half of the season.
So amazed with Illinois' performance. I said at the beginning that they needed to hold Auburn into the low 30s in order to win this game. Well, they've done better than that. They've held them to 26% from the field. You saw Curtin on the baseline. She's been held to 3 points, but she's got 5 rebounds and 5 assists, and she's getting so much support from Marsha Skyte and Yanni 7 points. And we've seen a lot of balance, a great inside-outside game from Illinois, and also some disruption. They already have 11 assists, just 8 turnovers, only 1 time all season have they finished a game with more assists than turnovers. That's a very good sign for Coach Brent.
So Joe Ciampi has his work cut out in the locker room trying to regroup the Tigers as we take a look at the first half statistics. Just 8 field goals for Auburn in the first half of play. They are losing the battle on the boards. Illinois' bench more productive.
Right. You've got to check that out. 16 points by Illinois' bench. They've also caught up on the rebounding and taken the lead with the rebounding. And you look at those field goals, 8 of 31 for Auburn. Smith, Spencer, and Hamilton have combined for just 4 of 16 from the field.
And they're shooting just 25%. Illinois starting out with the ball in blue, Auburn in white.
Consider something different. All-natural Enerx. Clinical studies show various ingredients of Enerx enhance sexual energy, increasing desire, performance, and satisfaction. Enerx is all-natural with no side effects. With Enerx, you'll feel the increased energy within minutes and with no chemicals. We're so sure you and your mate will be completely satisfied. We'll offer you a 30-day, no questions asked, full refund. Enerx stimulates sexual energy by expanding the blood vessels, causing increased blood flow to specific areas of the body. Unleash the power of Enerx now.
Call 1-800-456-1074 toll-free, and it will be delivered discreetly to your home. Get results using the safe, all-natural alternative, Enerx.
Next week on Atmospheres, guiding ships in and out of port is rough when the weather is bad. Plus, the weather may be the secret ingredient to making award-winning wines. Don't miss Atmospheres, hosted by meteorologist Jim Cantori and Mish Michaels, Wednesdays at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel. Currently, the temperature is 28 degrees under cloudy skies. The forecast for your area. Expect fair skies Monday through Wednesday with temperatures in the 20s on Monday.
New York City is under a thick blanket of snow this afternoon. You've picked up between 12 and 15 inches already, and it's not over yet. We'll take you to the Big Apple for a live report.
Around the rest of the country, the story is the cold. Much of the South is under a wind chill advisory today, and parts of Florida are under freeze warnings for tonight. We have the details. Hello and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Melissa Barrington. Thanks a lot for joining us.
And I'm Bob Stokes. A winter storm is moving up the northeast coast, and it's dumping huge amounts of snow in some places. People in New York City, New Jersey, and Philadelphia are feeling the brunt of this system today. Philadelphia is a kid's paradise thanks to the more than 8 inches of snow that has fallen since this morning. They know the camera's on them. The snow showers are tapering off in Philadelphia, but it looks like the flakes will continue to fly in other parts of the northeast. Now let's take a look at some snowfall totals thus far. Marcella, New Jersey, along Route 513 in Morris County, 18 inches of snowfall. Rockaway Township, New Jersey, 16 inches. Hillsborough, 14 inches. Hackensack, 14 inches just across the river from New York. Elizabeth City, New Jersey, 11 inches. And East Meadow, 11 inches of snowfall. Well, the Weather Channel's Jennifer Lopez is in New York City, where they've already picked up nearly 12 inches of snow. Jennifer, what's the latest?
Well, we have been measuring the snow throughout the morning, but during lunch hour here, I lost the measuring ruler somewhere in the snow. So I've been digging out of it and trying to find it for the past half hour, and I'm going to still try to locate it before the afternoon is up, because as you can see, the snow is continuing to fall down. We're right here on Central Park West, traffic going pretty well behind me. A lot of people out enjoying it, a few people on the roads, other people just walking up and down the sidewalks and trying to get to Central Park. A few people have already had some snowball fights as well as doing some sledding in throughout the city. Let's take you into Central Park right now and see how things have looked throughout the day. Oh, it has just been a winter wonderland throughout the Big Apple. And in Central Park itself, they have been doing some plowing as well as trying to clear some of the roads throughout the park, because people are enjoying the park. A few people out jogging, others bringing the kids and just taking advantage of what Mother Nature has brought them this final weekend here in the Big Apple. Speaking of the Big Apple, one hot spot this weekend, that's for sure. Not only do we have the New Year's Eve celebration with Dick Clark for tomorrow night, we also have a midnight run, 5K run through Central Park, and it looks like they'll be running through some snow, although we don't think snow is in the forecast during the run or during the New Year's Eve celebration. We're just going to continue to watch the snow come down. It is certainly affecting traveling. Newark Airport we have reports that it is closed now, as well as LaGuardia closed until 3 o'clock this afternoon. So trying to get in and out of the city is going to be pretty rough. Hopefully you'll just be able to stay at home for the time being.
Well, Jennifer, good luck in finding that measuring stick.
Thanks.
Probably like a needle in a haystack, a measuring stick in the snow. Well, a pretty scene behind you there. We'll be checking back with you in New York, New York. Here's a look at what's going on. We've got snow coming down across the New York City area, where again up to a foot of snow is accumulated. Especially hard hit by the snow has been Morris County in northern New Jersey. 1.5 feet of snowfall, and getting into much Connecticut. Bradley International reporting heavy snow, and the greater Boston area. It's all a part of that coastal low moving toward the Gulf of Maine, and it's whipping back that Atlantic moisture into cold air. So the areas of purple, you can see 1 foot of snow or more. It's not over yet. We've been seeing snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour at times, and it's not over as the low moves toward the northeast, and cold air will follow the snow. We've got an upper level low. You can see that big spin in the Great Lakes. That's what gave birth or gave rise to this low in the first place, with assistance from the warm Gulf waters, and that is helping to provide the power to this low, which is deepening. As it deepens, the winds will be increasing and blowing the snow around, so the visibilities are going to be quite poor, so traveling is not encouraged by car, truck, or van along the I-95 corridor. In the Ocean State, for example, Rhode Island, where heavy snow being reported in Newport, although right now at West Hampton Beach in Long Island, it is heavy rain that's coming down. So we do have enough of some mild air coming in to where along the extreme coast, again, the coastline of eastern Long Island, we're looking at rain, but elsewhere it is heavy snow and it is cold. 27 in New York City, 27 in Boston, but as you and I know, that does not tell the whole story. It's the winds adding into the temperatures. For example, the winds of 21 miles per hour at Hartford, New Haven, 33 miles per hour in Boston. That really makes it feel chilly outside, makes it feel cold. 16 in New York is the wind chill. 9 in Boston around Quincy Market. And here's a look at our forecast. More snow as you make your travel plans. It's best to put those travel plans on hold if you had planned on driving along I-90 for that weekend getaway today, because it's just going to be too snowy and dangerous as that low moves toward the northeast. There's going to be some lingering snows tomorrow too, but the brunt of the snow will fall today, and there could be blizzard conditions at times. Big winter storm in the northeast. And now, speaking of winter storm, let's turn to our winter weather expert, Paul Cosin. Paul, it's been nearly 5 years since the Northeast has experienced snow like this. What's in the future, say, for the rest of the weekend?
Well, for the rest of the weekend, the snow is going to continue, followed by a lot of record cold. Now, for some areas, this has been the heaviest snow in 5 years, particularly around New York City, since the blizzard of 1996. But if you remember, in Boston, this won't be anywhere near a snowstorm you had back on April 1st, 1997, when you picked up more than 25 inches of snow, so nothing like that there. And certainly for Philadelphia, with 31 inches back in 1996, this won't come close. But for an area from southern New Jersey, northern New Jersey, southeastern New York, Long Island. This will be a snowstorm to remember as the storm system moves up towards the eastern end of Long Island and then parallels across the southern New England coastline as we go by the evening. These are the total snowfall forecast amounts we're assuming from this, or we're predicting from this storm, and by the end of the storm on late Sunday we expect a band of 12 to 24 inches of snow from northern New Jersey all the way up into eastern Maine. Certainly a very significant snowstorm. Across southeastern New England, where we're dealing with snow changing to rain, it's now raining across southeastern Massachusetts, although the heavy snow right now is starting within the Boston metropolitan area despite their 37 degrees. We're still expecting in the Boston area anywhere from around 6 to 12 inches, especially to the west of the city. Most of the snow in Philadelphia has already fallen, although you're still going to be getting some light snowfall amounts. And for much of this area in here, the rest of your snowstorm is still to come. So an evening as well as a night full of heavy snow and high winds. Once the low passes towards the east-northeast, will start really...
Now, but only if you call...